Hi, Leon. Here we are again.
Hi, Sonja.
I had such a fun time last time we got together, and I'm sure we're going to have another fun session going forward on this.
I'm starting to look forward to these weekly recordings and the way we do it. I think I agree. It's fun. I'm looking forward.
Many of us, yes, we become facilitators, we become coaches because we want to fix everybody else's problem so that we look and we're in control. And meanwhile, who needs the help? Who needs to confront the issues? We do.
Exactly. There's a beautiful scene in a car as they drive back. I think my sequence is right now, around about minute 14, 15, where Sergei then say to her, "What are you angry about, Ada? Maybe these diseases are trying to teach us something. Maybe," and then she follows with, "Maybe it's something we need to be grateful for. Maybe we should thank cancer." And I think it takes that deep rapport between friends, that trust between friends, when they can actually pose a question to you that wakes you up. Because later in the episode, we also see that Ada is actually thinking about this question. And she in a talk, she reflects, which, I think the power of friendship, the power of truth is so important in our personal process.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yes, so even though she will not confront it, it takes somebody close to you to actually put your nose into it and say, haha, this is what's really going on. And yes, she is thinking, what is this funny thing that's happening in the constellation? So yes, she is thinking about it. And then it moves back into, we see back into the constellation where it goes, where the actual words are, "I don't care much, I am your killer." And how that is quite relevant, again, to their situation. And I don't want to give away the story too much, but where he, because of his actions, is where the whole process between him and Ada, where she feels hurt, she feels she can't reconcile, and he doesn't quite know what's going on until right at the end we can see what is going on. But
it's like
we have an inkling.
A parallel
Yes.
reality that plays out together with what's happening in the constellation field.
And then where Zamat says to Ada, "You have been carrying this pain for years. Would you like to put an end to it now?" And it's like, he says it to Ada, but he says it to the representative. But this is such a beautiful question that we can use, because often we get to this where a client in the representative, you can see, is absolutely stuck and wants to be right. And I want to be right. I have my right. I have a right for this. I have a right for that. And I know that my trainer used to say in the constellation, like, do you want to be right or do you want to have peace? So it was like, and that was also that push button. Do you want to be right? But I love this question. Would you like to put an end to it now? And then it is, wow, beautiful. This is such a heavy burden. But the righteousness says, no, I'm not going to do that. You hurt me. And this is how we hold on to the pain. We want to hold on to the pain. We have a right to that pain. And we don't want to let it go. And then eventually, there is this, you can give it back. It's not yours. Give it back to where it belongs. But can you take it back? So there is always the thing is, if I give it, can you take it? And in that give and take exchange, we can't give something that somebody else is not ready to take.
Mm.
And we can't take something that somebody is not ready to give. And this is part of the spiritual understanding that comes through here. The need for balance.
It's very interesting to notice that how the series plays it out and script the flow of events. But as she says, no, I won't do that, and storms out, one of the next scenes then, of course, reveals that her hand is still shaking. And so it's almost like life is such a good teacher. Life will show you that even though you're in denial, there's some stuff that you need to look at. Yeah.
The problem will persist.
Yeah.
And then comes the getting to the new perspective in the constellation. And this is really why we do this work, is getting the new perspective. But what I really also love is the connection through the eyes.
Mm.
And in a constellation, when we do this connection through the eyes, something happens. Often words are not necessary, but there's an exchange of energy that happens in that moment.
Yes, in Sergi's words, the words made me feel so wonderful inside. And she also argues with her in the car and says, nobody asked me how I feel, indicating that what she experienced was changing her experience of the situation inside herself. So it's so important that connection with a trust or a truthful connection with the feeling inside happens. Because once it's done truthfully and authentically, it reveals a new level of perspective.
Yeah, so the thing is, Ada is so stuck in her own problems that she's almost not willing to listen to Layla in a lot of senses. It's Layla giving Ada advice where they sit on the bed and the three friends talk about their sexual life, and Layla is the one who says, this is what you have to do with your man. And it's almost like Ada is quite irritated when Layla gives her the advice. And this irritation is actually coming through quite a bit, because Layla is the one who is seeing life in a really happy-go-lucky way, and Ada is the one who sees everything and you got to fix it. Layla, you have a problem, you're not looking at it, we need to fix your problem, but not wanting to receive the same from Layla. So and that is often what happens in our relationships.
Yeah, that period of denial we're going through, the change curve, the shock, denial, and then anger, and then depression. It's beautifully played out in the series as well.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And denying even her shaking hand, which then costs her the opportunity to go to Brussels.
Yeah. To look at the episodes as they unfold and match the themes in the episodes also with the work that is done in the constellation field. So because that might be also interesting for the viewers. Let's see how it unfolds.
I think I want to invite the viewers to leave their comments, ask questions, and then we can maybe get to those questions at some time. We can do a Q&A on the questions that the viewers leave for us. I think I'd be excited about that. And then, yeah, thank you for being here with me again today, Leon.
Thank you.
It's so positive because we come from such different points of view. And so I really, really appreciate this time with you. Again, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Awesome.
Thank you. Looking forward to our next time. Thank you.
Absolutely.